You know the type of guy that was a jock in high school but ended up becoming a huge nerd? You know, someone that's not afraid to make a fool of themselves on the internet. And someone that likes to shoot Polaroid a little too much. Did I say huge nerd? You know, just an ordinary, everyday guy. Well, that's me. I'm just another Chris. What is going on, everybody? Today's the day, live workshop day. I'm really excited. So real quick, I ran into a problem when I was trying to stream this right now. So what I'm about to mention, the links for are outdated. So once the stream ends, give me 5 minutes. I have to go back and recreate them. But you guys, this is going to be a quick live short preview of what we're going to do over in the workshop. I'm really excited for it. We're going to dive into a little bit more deeper things from the master class. But if you didn't get a chance to watch the master class, that's totally cool. I mean, my feelings they'll heal. No, I was kidding. I want to make this for you. So yeah, we'll go into that in just a little bit. But if you guys want to join in on the live workshop and get some extra questions answered, you still can, because it's offered through the Spitfire Club right now for all members. All members can have access to it, in addition to the people that got the course/class. We got Brian in here. What's going on, man? We got Jonathan. What's going on? I'm doing well. I'm really excited. Super hyped. Doing great. So yeah, so if you guys want to go join in, check out the Spitfire Club. Link is in the description, or enroll in the class. The links will be there. However, like I said, I do have to recreate those. I ran into a weird bug. I had to delete them just to be able to live stream right now. We won't go into that, but it's a whole other thing. So I'll get those recreated about 5 minutes after we are done. But I wanted to let you guys know what we're even going to be talking about during the live stream. I had to make a quick audible. Unfortunately, I had a guest lined up for the second part of the course. Because yeah, if you can't make the first one, which is at 11 p.m. Pacific Standard Time, literally in 30 minutes, there's another one tonight at 6 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. And I had a guest lined up for that. They had to back out last minute, unfortunately. So I'm going to see if I can get somebody else to come on, or we'll just hang out and go into more questions. It's still going to be a lot of fun. I'm really excited. But so we are going to be talking about some things I didn't include in the course, more specifically because they might confuse you, but we're gonna go over flash and how that affects your camera. We're gonna go into night photography a little bit. We're gonna be talking about maintaining and sourcing your cameras, where to find them, how to care for them, when you are not using them. I've learned some tips and tricks on that. But yeah, you guys can join in, ask any questions that you want, even outside of the course. If you're struggling with something, that's really what it's for, is to get your questions answered. Just watched a video about the Fuji Evo, loved it. I was trying to learn more about film photography and instant cameras and found you on the journey. Well, welcome, man. Really appreciate you. If you want to dive even deeper, that's what we're talking about today. If you want to get the masterclass, first of its kind, Master the Art of Instant Photography, that's down below in the description. Consider checking it out and joining the live workshop, which is happening in 30 minutes. But this is, like I said, a quick little short preview about some things that we're going to be talking about. I think flash photography for your cameras is something that's overlooked a lot, and it's confusing, but it's also pretty straightforward. And I didn't include it in the course, and I think what I'm going to do is maybe in a couple of months add to the course. And if you already purchased the course, you won't have to purchase that extra. It'll just be a little bonus thing that you can watch anytime you want, because once you bought it, it's yours. You can have it. And so I think I'm going to add a couple of things to it, because there's some things that I've gotten questions about. I'm like, oh, that's actually it's a pretty good idea. It's a pretty good idea. Maybe I should have included that. And then there's some things I really wanted to include, like night photography. I didn't include any of that. We go over how to shoot outside on a sunny day, how to shoot outside in overcast day, how to shoot in cold weather, how to shoot in hot weather. Yeah, I think these are the things you do have to think about when you shoot instant photography, but that you don't have to think about when you're shooting other types of photography, especially the weather. But I didn't go over night photography because I think that's a kind of a smaller, narrower target audience. And I will be probably doing a little bit more advanced course on that later, but I will be doing some stuff on the main YouTube channel on that topic as well. So don't you worry. I'm not switching over to just paid stuff. But I do want to dive into a little bit during this live workshop. Again, happening in about 20 minutes now, roughly. So I'm really excited. Stort says, your RX-70 sonar had the true British experience by becoming shanked the moment it got here. It's so true. So true. If you guys don't know what I'm talking about, I released a video yesterday talking about full manual control over your SX70 and 680 cameras. I mean, mostly full. And again, I'll dive into that. If you want to check out that video is, go watch it. It's out right now on the main channel. And I'll maybe talk about that during the workshop as well. It's pretty sweet. Modifications you can do to your cameras, which is also something I will be creating a course on in the future too. How to like customize and mod your cameras and stuff. It's pretty cool. We'll get into that later. Hello. How are you doing? A little question. Do you think do you think film photography and insect photography are the same? No, it's absolutely not. Film photography and instant film is totally different. They operate just different. Mostly two things: camera and the fact that it has a chemistry in the photos. So that's a great question, because that's stuff that I do dive into in the course as well. But no, they act totally different. There's things you have to keep in mind that you don't normally have to do. Father apologies. Did you see the Polaroid release the new one? I did see it. And I did break down and buy it. And I even paid expedited shipping to have it here before a trip that I go on next week. So I'll be shooting my full in-depth review on that. And that's other great thing, because or great question or segue here before we move on to the next topic, because we do go live on the workshop at 11 a.m. Pacific Standard Time. Since the Polaroid, the new i2 camera just was released, it's unlike any other instant camera on the market, with the exception of maybe 1.5 cameras. And that is the Mint RF70 and the Mint 670S. Because they all three of those have manual control to some degree. I mean, all of them do. They operate a little bit different on each one. A lot of people are not going to quite know how to shoot with that camera, or any of them, but mostly the i2 camera. And I think that's where I will try to justify the cost that I spent on it, and especially after the review I do on it. Because if you guys know, when I do reviews, I am thorough. I'm honest. I'm transparent. I don't just throw one pack of film in there and just shoot it and then just start talking about just the straight up features. I don't do that. I in depth go over every single feature of the camera, and I show you examples of what you can get from those features. So I will spend a few $100s just on film per camera review. Yeah, so this camera is $600, spend a couple extra $100 just on film, kind of travel essentially, if you really want to calculate that into it, but that's kind of separate. So I will be doing a camera guide on that one, as well as a proper in-depth tutorial outside of the overview / review of the camera on the main YouTube channel. And those courses will be available pretty cheap, like 10-15 bucks or something like that. So that's coming. But yeah. I want it, but the $600 price tag is rough. It's extraordinarily rough, and it's for, like, you know, the quote unquote professionals, if you will. That's where they really market themselves. Will you make your 680 kiss the i2? Not sure I get the reference, but maybe we'll see. Maybe that's for the OnlyFans. I don't know. But last thing here, what we got here, I've seen some of the users overexposing the i2. So the one, okay, I'll get this right out of the way, because I will be talking about the i2 as well, because there's a billion questions going on the internet right now about it, and there's, well, I won't. Polaroid sent the cameras to people that aren't instant photographers. They went with people that have lots of subscribers. Not necessarily true, to be honest. There were a few that had like 5,000 subscribers, but vast majority of them, the people that use it, aren't instant photographers themselves. They're either film photographers. No fault of their own. They're phenomenal film photographers. But going back to someone asked that question, I can't remember who asked that question, but it's not the same. You don't shoot it the same. You have to think differently, and they put it into the hands of the people that don't know what they're doing. Sorry, it's kind of blunt, but that is the facts. Again, nothing against them. They're phenomenal people, phenomenal creators, phenomenal photographers. But the results that they were getting aren't what the camera is capable of doing. And I can see that. People were saying, oh, it's overexposed or it's underexposed. Well, that's probably because they weren't exposing it correctly. It's full manual control. You have aperture and shutter speed control. Obviously not ISO, because it's a fixed medium, which is ASA 640 or ISO. Come on. People just say ASA to sound cool. But and so when I get it, I will be showing you exactly how to shoot that freaking thing. So it's too early to tell if the camera's good or bad just yet. Right now, from what I'm seeing from people, I mean, I watched a video. I love him to death. Kai, he used to be on Digital Rev. And he left them and started his YouTube channel. Love that guy. Would love to meet him and collaborate with him one day. But he even left a disclaimer in his video saying that he had his film x-rayed and scanned, and it turned his pictures magenta, pink, or pink colors. That's false. It doesn't do that. That's from temperature outside. Prime example of somebody that doesn't shoot instant photography and doesn't know that and assume that it was something else. So it's incorrect information that large YouTube channels are telling people, and people watching it aren't knowing any better. So that's where you come to me. Not that I know everything, but I do have a masterclass teaching people how to do this, showing like all these misconceptions, these myths out there. And I test them. I've thoroughly tested the X-ray myth, and I will be doing one more full, crazy in-depth X-ray video, and I'll be starting that next week when I leave on my trip. I mean, I will be debunking this hard. Okay, so it doesn't really affect your film, but there is one myth that I actually haven't tested. That's why I want to do it, is put it underneath the plane. They always say, definitely don't do that. That's a TSA agent told me that as well. Don't do that. And so this myth will be going on the main YouTube channel, and I will include it in the course as well as a free add-on, because that was one thing that I was considering putting in, and I left it out because I didn't want to confuse people. I don't want to freak people out, because they're spending hard-earned money and like, oh, X-ray. Oh no, I'm never going to do it. Don't worry about it. Don't worry about it. But we're going to go live over on the live full workshop at 11 a.m. Pacific Standard Time. That's in like 15 minutes. If you want to join, you can right now. There's 2 links in the description. You can either enroll in the masterclass, and the links will be there. I had to delete they'll be there in about 5 minutes after the live stream ends, because I had to change some things. Or all Spitfire Club members get access to the live workshops. There are 2 of them. Remember, I'm really excited. There's one at 11 a.m. and then one at 6 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. I'm super excited. Like I said, I had a guest lined up for it. They had to back out last second. So I'm going to see if I can get another one in time. I've got most of the day to figure that out. So I'll be sending some messages to people, but I was really excited for that. I wanted to have someone come on and do a, like tips and tricks for what they're doing and utilizing, like just a different perspective from my own that you guys can learn from. So we'll see what I can come up with. I'm very excited for the video on the i2. I have mixed emotions about it. I didn't want to do it, to be honest. Then also I felt like it's my duty to, but then I'm like, great, I had to pay for it. Every video that you've seen so far on the internet about that camera, no one's actually paid for it. They've gotten it for free. And I was excluded from that. Polaroid didn't have the, well, I shouldn't say that. I mean, Polaroid doesn't like me anyway. I'm pretty much blacklisted from Polaroid. So as far as collaborating, I can still purchase stuff for now. But I had mixed emotions about it. I didn't really want to do it to begin with. But hello, Life of Sandra. I want to buy one just to resell in the future. Yeah. From what I've heard, the first run of cameras, there are 60,000 cameras being made, which sounds like a lot because it is a lot. And it's a $600 camera, so I have a feeling they aren't going to sell out anytime soon. And who knows if they'll make another run. They might make another one a couple years from now. Maybe throw a different color at you. Give you a white one. Maybe. We'll see. But yeah, so I'm really excited for the live workshop. It's going to be a lot of fun. I got some fun topics we're going to go over. And this is your chance, an opportunity to get your burning questions answered. Anything that you're struggling with, or just learn extra things outside of the course that you hopefully have taken. If you haven't taken it, you still have time. It's available. It's something that I'll be offering year round. It's just the live workshop is only today. After that, there's no live workshop. And if you missed the shop or the streams, they will be available for replay, so you can watch them. But obviously you won't be able to get your questions answered right away. You have to hopefully leave a comment, and hopefully I see it. Since it's through the workshop, it'll make sense. You'll see it. So get in there. Highly encourage it. I pretty much only watch your videos to be honest, and I feel your videos are much more real. Oh, well, thank you. I really appreciate that. And that's my goal. That was my goal from the start when I started this. My first video on instant photography was in 2018. I didn't really dive deep into instant photography until 2020, but when I did that, I made a pact with myself, or a vow to myself. I swore myself in to be the voice for the people. No, to be like open, transparent, honest, and yeah, I mean, a lot of people think I hate Polaroid. I don't. I know they don't like me. I actually stick up for them. I fight for them. I've defended them a billion times on their film. I'm like, everyone's like, their film is trash, get Instax. I'm like, well, I can actually show you how to shoot Polaroid to make it look like Instax, because it actually can be done. It just takes a little bit of practice and know-how and experience. But why not skip a lot of that and just watch my course, and you can do it right from the get-go. So yeah, anyway, I appreciate the feedback though. We've got about 5-ish, 8 minutes or so before we wrap up, and I gotta head on over to the main live stream where these questions that you're talking will be answered and more. I'm really excited. I think your wallet has mixed feelings about $600, especially after I spent $1,000 on the Mint RF70 earlier this year. I have to pay for all this stuff that you guys get to watch. That's why I'm like, hey, why don't buy my course? Help me out. That helps you grow drastically, though, at the same time. Help me help you. Will this include how to emotion lifts? No. That stuff is just, if I do, I've never done them. I've never been interested in doing it, to be honest. I think they're cool, but I'm more interested in the transparencies. Those are fun. But that stuff will be on the main YouTube channel. So if I ever do one, they'll be there. You won't have to pay for that stuff. Excuse me. Which you love Polaroid, so everything you tell me for them is on their own good, but I guess they don't have constructive criticism. They do not. They want people that kiss their booty. Their business. They don't want someone nitpick their stuff. They want them to be like, here are the facts. Here's our stuff. Go buy it. And I get it. I don't necessarily blame them. But I want to hold them accountable. Not just them. I'm not trying to target them. Anyone that I've that I reviewed. There's only been 2 cameras I've ever reviewed where I was saying, do not buy this. 2. One by Polaroid, one by Mint. After that, everything else has been great. So it's not like I'm targeting them. Not that one. Until they develop a new folder Polaroid camera, SX70s are here to stay. Oh, you're talking about like a folding? That'll never happen. That's not going to happen anymore. And I have a video coming in the future talking about addressing this. I'll include it in the i2 review just because there's something to be said about that, and I'll say it. Hopefully your i2 won't be broken. Yeah, hopefully not. I'm pretty sure the second RF70 I bought is broken too, because just based on what people are saying about one particular thing that I pointed out and was super frustrated with, they're saying that theirs don't do that. Would you like to see a manual Polaroid Go? I'm afraid that's what they're going to do next. I think the Polaroid Go is cool and it has the potential. And if they do it, they're going to charge like $400 or $500 for it probably. I hope not. Maybe $350 max. But I just don't think people would buy it. And so they would spend all this R&D and money into it on something that will fail. Yeah, but I hope they do. I'd rather see them create more cameras for the Go, like novelty cameras. And Dave Knott from the Knott Beauty channel, we were talking about this during one of my podcast episodes, just on the podcast. It's linked in the description if you want to check it out. But creates miniature like retro cameras like the Sun 660, shrink it down, shoots Go film. Make a Barbie camera, shrink it down, shoots Go film. Make them novelty, make people want to buy the camera to have on a shelf at least. Make it to where it's the smallest Polaroid camera ever made that's functional or something. That's what I want to see them do with the Go film. Okay, we got just a couple more minutes, got to wrap up. This is like I said, a preview of what's coming. We got some really fun stuff in coming topics that I'm really excited to dive into. We're gonna be talking about flash photography in your camera. We're gonna be talking about night photography. We're gonna be talking about maintaining and sourcing your cameras, yeah, and a few extra tips and tricks in there, and definitely be addressing more of the i2 camera, because people are now going to go to the course and see that, hey, there's no i2 mention. And well, I shot this over it took like a year to create this course, so obviously it wasn't out, and it came out yesterday. However, I'll let you know a little secret. I knew the camera was coming because it was leaked, right? And in my predictions, I said it would be coming in like the first week of September, and it did. And I wanted to have this course out before then, just because I can say, hey, look, I don't know, I made it beforehand. But I did want to purposely exclude it from this course because it would just confuse people. It's a whole topic in itself. It's instant photography. It's a camera. It does exist. And I will at least add it, a mention of it in the updated version of the course later down the road. Again, any updates I make to the course, you do not have to purchase it again. It'll just be included into it. You just log into the account and you can go in and you can watch all that stuff. It'll be included. Anything I do to that one. If I create a separate one, obviously, you know, that's that. They have to buy that one. But yeah, that'd be super fun. And I know if you want to get one that's themed like that, check out We Are Film Junkies on Instagram. I've done a couple of videos with them, even a podcast episode. Had them on the Spitfire Club during one of our Zoom calls. I do monthly Zoom calls with the members where we sit down and we chat about stuff, but I invited them on to one of our calls, again, exclusively to members, but they do custom cameras. I have one, it's over there. If you want to join the workshop, I can show you. We'll be doing a video on it in the future, but they made me a Zerg, Emperor Zerg camera. And I know they've done a Jurassic Park one, so check them out. Hello from Germany. Well, shout out. How's it going? But we are about to wrap up, about 1 minute. Thank you so much, you guys. I really appreciate you. If you guys want to get into the live workshop, again, this is a preview. We're going to be streaming at 11 a.m. The links for this are in the Spitfire Club. Any Spitfire Club member level, you can join in. And if you enrolled in the master class, you obviously have access to it. But the links themselves are broken as of 20, 30 minutes ago. So I have to go and fix those. And so give me 5-ish minutes after we shut this stream off. And then the links will work again. But if you click it and if it doesn't work, just keep checking back. Give me like 5 minutes. It's going to be super fun. If you missed this stream at 11 a.m., there'll be another one at 6 p.m. for the workshop class itself. There won't be another one on the main YouTube channel. This is just to kind of let you guys know what's going on, get some questions answered. It's going to be fun. First topics: flash, cameras, sourcing, camera storage, night photography, and a lot more. It's going to be super cool. And the next one will be, hopefully, I got to change it up. I had a guest coming on. They had to back out. So if I can find another person, maybe I'll invite Dave on. He's not doing anything. Dave, where are you at? I don't know. We'll see. But it's gonna be a lot of fun. Hope you guys see you in there. Links are in the description. Really appreciate you. And yeah, it's gonna be a blast. See you guys in there. Let me roll this outdated credits. I keep forgetting to update it. I have it ready to go because I use them for my main YouTube channel. I just haven't updated in my streaming software. But if you want to get your name in the credits, head on over to the Spitfire Club. And of course, there's a lot more perks than that. Thank you guys. See you in about 5-ish minutes. All right. Take care.